morning, everyone, or good evening. Welcome to my stream, and I hope you are staying safe and staying healthy. So let's get started. I think yesterday we were working on getting local DynamoDB set up on our system, and we were able to successfully get that working. Kevin Evans, good morning, good evening, welcome to the stream. So yesterday that's what we did. Even though we spent like quite a bit of time on that, but we were able to run local DynamoDB on it, on our system, and do a whole lot of local debugging setup. So that's set up. So what we are going to do today is deep dive into local DynamoDB a bit more. And what that means is basically all the code that we'll be writing to the database. How do we see that in what kind of a console? But because if we wrote to the DynamoDB table which is available in my AWS account, you have a console to check it out. But for local DynamoDB, how are we going to check that out? So that's what we are going to do today. As usual, appreciate all of you joining in the stream. And let's switch in here, right? Okay, so the very first thing that I need to do is let's first go and start ngrok, right? So let's just go in here. So I need to do ngrok HTTP, okay, HTTP 3001, right? Okay, and then what I need to do basically is let's open up the code base. So this is our code base, and weirdly enough, I think we need to let's just check this. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to open a new tab and I'm going to type Java. Okay, Java is working now. So what I'm going to do here is let's go to tree drive, and inside tree drive, let's go into the projects, and within projects, let's go inside our DynamoDB underscore local underscore latest. Oh, hey, Greg is here. Hey, Greg, welcome to the stream. I am working on a skill called as Wordcatcher, and yesterday we spent a lot of time setting up DynamoDB local because we wanted a local DynamoDB persistence adapter, and in the process we did refer a lot to your blog post and top tips on how to locally debug. So that was quite helpful. So yeah, that's something we checked out. I know that you've also written a you wrote a local persistence adapter, and you had spoken about it at the India community some time back. So yeah, we tried and did that yesterday. But for this exercise, we're kind of trying and running DynamoDB locally and writing to DynamoDB locally instead of using a file system as a persistence adapter. So yeah, that's what we are building. Not sure if any of that made sense. So now let's just go in here, and I think we need to open up DynamoDB. And what we're going to do here is let's go to that link yesterday. Was that in AWS DynamoDB? Yeah, there we go. Deploying DynamoDB locally to your computer. Oh, you know what? I knew I missed something today morning. I just realized what I missed. I missed bringing in my bottle of water. So yeah, I don't think I can go back now. My house is slightly a bit far away and it's going to take me like 10 minutes to go there and come back, and I don't want to waste that time. That's okay. Jar. Okay, so what we are going to do is, let's copy this, and I think we should just keep this somewhere. Okay. Command to run DynamoDB locally. Let's just paste this here. I don't know when we might need it. Oops, you are about to paste something. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what refunded meant, and I was just starting to put some brain power on that, but yeah, it's a new recommended best practice. I had just rewritten cake time to use it and to be a celebrity birthday guessing game. Oh, that's interesting. Before left. Nice. Yeah, I was not aware of that. Port 2025. Let's run it on port 2025. Why is this not working? I'm using. What am I missing? Yes, we do have the jar. DynamoDB local underscore local. Could not find a load main class. Let's try this in the terminal, right? This is so annoying. Terminal. Okay, what just happened? What? Okay. Is this? All kinds of weird results. What's happening? Terminal. Okay, there we go. No, I want command prompt. Command prompt. There we go. And let's go to retry. And cd projects. cd projects cd DynamoDB underscore local underscore latest. I keep doing. Okay, let's do it now. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think for some reason this works only on the terminal. So let's just run it. Okay, so we are running this now on port number 2525, and that's that. And let's copy the ngrok URL. Okay, there we go. Wordcatcher build. Oh, it's still not live though. Oh, okay. I think that would have helped us quite a bit yesterday. We're spending a lot of time on that, and eventually we found our way around, but yep, that would have been super helpful. Skill manifest. Okay, so we've put in the URL properly here, and I think now the next thing to do here is, okay, index.js. So we've got our DynamoDB locally running. The URL is still same. Fake key, fake secret access key, all good, and let's just run it, start debugging. Starting server on port 3001. Is this running? Yeah, okay, perfect. I think this looks fine. Let's come here and let's open Wordcatcher. Okay, there was a problem communicating with the skill. What happened? What? Did we keep the... Did we receive the endpoints? Okay, we are... Okay, looks like... Is the endpoint correct? Yeah. Oh, I did not select a certificate type. So my development endpoint is a subdomain of a domain that has a wildcard certificate from a certificate authority. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so maybe I can just take off this, and so you folks can hear what Alexa is saying. Let me increase the desktop audio slightly. Please let me know if you can hear
Are you ready?
Alexa speaking. Let me know if you were able to hear Alexa speaking. It shows
Welcome to
on my
Wordcatcher,
mixer.
the ultimate battle
You
for
should be able
words.
to hear that.
I will ask you a question every day.
Yep, and we've gotten the
You get 2 attempts at
and
guessing the answer.
we
These
have
questions
gotten
follow
the
a theme every week
gotten the
and
request as
clue
well.
You can get extra
Quiet,
points.
So let me just
Are you ready?
increase it slightly. Okay, this should be better. Okay, so now okay, so we are getting the request and we are getting the response, everything. Now I think let's go and see how we would local database. How would we browse around the local database? That's something. Setting up DynamoDB local. So I just want to check how we can, if there's an ID for looking at our DynamoDB local stuff. Using the NoSQL Workbench. Download NoSQL Workbench, Windows. Would this work? I kind of feel like this has to, but let's just see. Yes. Okay. I think this is for my table here, right? This is for my, can I access my local DynamoDB with NoSQL Workbench? Setting up DynamoDB. If you prefer to use the DynamoDB web service instead, okay. Deploying, this is a file page we've seen. Usage notes, applications that run the downloadable should also work with DynamoDB web service. However, when using DynamoDB locally, you should be aware of the following. If you use the shared DB option, DynamoDB creates a single database file named share local instance.db. Every program that connects to DynamoDB accesses this file. If you delete the file, you lose any data that you have stored in it. Okay. if you omit shared DB, the database file is named my access key ID underscore region with AWS access key ID and AWS region as they appear in your application configuration. Okay. If you use the in-memory option, DynamoDB doesn't write any database files at all. Yeah, and this is something that we figured out yesterday. DynamoDB uses these values, which is this access key value and the secret access key, but these values do not have to be valid AWS values. It can be anything. However, you might find it convenient to use valid values so that you can run your code later by changing the endpoint you are using. That's perfectly fine, but what I want to check is, okay, differences between downloadable DynamoDB and a DynamoDB web service. AWS region and distinct AWS accounts are not supported. Provision throughput settings are ignored in downloadable DynamoDB. Okay, if you are using DynamoDB, there is a 1 MB limit on data returned per result set. Okay, let's access local DynamoDB with NoSQL Workbench. Okay, perfect. Why is this link not working? Directly from, okay, DynamoDB local instance. But how do you do that? For some reason, there are some pages that don't load for me on first go. Operation builder. Okay, so that's what we need to go. Operation builder, add a new connection. There we go. There we see DynamoDB location. There we go. Local connection. Port 2525. Correct. And open. There we go. We can now see our file, Wordcatcher dev. Perfect. This is what we wanted. So we basically wanted an IDE where we could see all the values coming in, and that's how you would do it. You would use the NoSQL Workbench. Perfect. Now, what we need to do is let's get started. Okay. So you know what? Let me just. Yeah, I think I need to run the debug. I was. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do first? So what we are going to do first is. When I answer today's question correctly, so let's say I say yes, and then I say clock.
Wednesday question.
Right? So if I say clock,
that is the correct answer.
You get
10 points.
I need to save this.
Do you want to
database.
take
So
a guess at this week's
I'll
theme?
take the user's ID and so I'll take the user's ID, and what I'll do is basically map saying that okay, this user has answered today's daily question, right? So let's get started. We'll figure out how to go about this in detail later on. So let's go here when the user says yes and the user gives the right this is the weekly question, this is the daily answer point, right? So somewhere here is where we are going to write our database code. Okay, so let's get started on that. And I'm just styling because I'm just thinking through a couple of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is let's get the user ID. Okay, and what we will do is how are we going to save the database schema? So that's what I'm kind of thinking about right now. What would the database schema look like? And I think we'll figure it out as we go. So I think this is something we can do at a higher point as well. So let's just say let user ID is equal to handler input, and this is not, I mean, we will refine the code at a later point. So handler input dot request envelope dot request dot envelope dot request dot what is that? Is that I can see it here, right? System.user.user ID. Why am I saving this in session? Let's just see. Control F session. I've been looking at this code after a while. So session user ID. User ID. Okay. Doesn't matter. Request dot system dot user ID, right? So let's go there. System dot user ID. There we go. Right. So user ID is equal to system dot user ID, and I think this has to be small. And okay, so I believe what we should do is so I'm just wondering, how would we want to save the database? How would we want to save it to the database, right? So one way is if you answer today's question. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, right? Let's say you answered today's question. So what is the day today? The day is Wednesday. So what we will do is, I'm kind of thinking it would be better for us to kind of take the number. So basically today is so I'm looking for the not the date. I'm looking for, so today is Wednesday 2nd June. Is that correct? Yes, today is 2nd June. So what the skill should return, what I'm looking for is how many days have passed in this year so far, right? So how many days have passed in the year so far? So basically count of how many days generally. Okay. Yeah, so basically I'm trying to see which day is it today? Not day. I mean, I'm really struggling to define. I'm just having a brain freeze moment, folks. But what I'm trying to see is if today is the so this has been almost 6 months, right? So 5:30, even if we take 30, 150, this should be like the 157th or 158th day, somewhere around that time. So I want to get the number of days that have passed. So like, let's say if today was the 158th day in the year, what I would do is 158:10. So basically on the 158th day, you answered the question correctly and you got 10 points for it. That is what I'm trying to do, right? And I'm just kind of blanking out on how I would search for it. This is weird. I don't know why my ISP keeps doing that. Yeah, count the number of days. Count the current day number of, no, what's the current day number? Yeah, count the current day number, that's what we are looking for. Yeah, I just want the current day number, right? And how I would do this is basically, this is something like in JavaScript, I think we had this logic here, somewhere down here. This was the get current question, and I think it's the past days of year, right? Let's just see if this works. I'm going to put this here, just put in a new question, get current day number, and keep this empty, and let's do something like this, right? So this is what we kind of want. Today is equal to new day, the first day of year is equal to new day, today dot get full year, 0, 1, and past days of year. So now console.log past days of year, right? This is what we want to console. And then what we'll do is, let's just call this function in the launch request handler. Yeah, there we go, get current day number. Okay, let's see if this works. Start debugging. Exit. Okay. Open Wordcatcher. So, did that work?
Welcome to Wordcatcher, the ultimate battle for words. I will ask you a question every day, and you have to guess the answer. You get 2 attempts at guessing the answer. These questions follow a theme every week, and if you guess the theme as well, you can get extra points. Are you ready?
Is the log being written somewhere? Why am I not able to see that? This should work. I mean, I could put a what's it work? I could put something like this here. Run, start debugging. And then I could exit here I can do an open Wordcatcher again.
Welcome to Wordcatcher, the ultimate battle for words. I will ask you a question every day, and you have to guess the answer. You get 2 attempts at guessing the answer. These questions follow a theme every week, and if you guess the theme as well, you can get
What am I
extra
doing
points.
wrong here?
Are you ready?
Console.log hello. Are you seeing this? Okay, let's do this. Stop debugging. Okay. Do we get okay. Right? Is there a way to clear this? Oh yeah, I think I saw this. Okay, so the logs are coming through. Right, these logs are coming through. Let's try and run this again. Start debugging. Okay, perfect. Got it. Now what we're going to do here is exit. Exit shouldn't. Okay, exit fire or something. That's okay. That's just a session ended request. You know what? Let me just stop the debugging again and start debugging again. Right. And let's try this now. Open Wordcatcher. Yeah, there you go. So we are seeing this. Okay, and
Welcome to
yeah,
Wordcatcher,
this is
the ultimate battle for
152nd
words.
day.
I will
So
ask
what
you a
we
question
are
every
trying
day,
to,
and you have to guess the
as I
answer.
said,
You get 2 attempts
this
at
number,
guessing the
this
answer.
works, right?
These
So what we're
questions
going to
follow
do
a theme
here
every week, and
is
if you guess the theme as well, you can get
today is the
extra points.
152nd
Are
day.
you
Is that
ready?
correct? Let's confirm it on some random site on Google. Get current day number. What is the current day number? Okay, this is 153. So basically, whatever we get from this logic, yeah, I think here what happened was, okay, so if you divide today by 8,600, first day of the year, and then you divide it by this. Okay, so let's do this, right? Let me not do this. Okay, and we don't need, do we need this? Yeah, it is fine. So what we are doing is today is new date, and then we just divide that by this number, because I think this is the number of okay, I forgot. I think this is the number of seconds in a minutes in a day, and that multiplied by that much. Wait a minute. I think yeah. I'm really bad at this stuff. Let's just Google to be sure. Pretty sure this is, yeah, is equal to 24 hours, right? So this is 86,400 seconds is 1 day. That multiplied by this much is, yeah. Here we were calculating the weeks, so I think that's why it was important. But anyways, I think now that we've gotten that, we've gotten the past day of the year. Return past days. Okay, let's actually confirm that first before we go that way. Right. Let's go to get current day number. We'll go to the launcher again and say get current day number. Okay. There you go. Exit. Open Wordcatcher.
Welcome to Wordcatcher, the ultimate battle for words.
Okay,
I will ask you a question every day, and you have to guess the answer. You get 2 attempts at guessing the answer. These questions follow a theme every week, and if you guess the theme as well, you can get extra points. Are you ready?
I think we need to do a math.ceil. So constant current day number is equal to math.ceil past days of year. Let's call it current day number. Stop debugging, start debugging again, exit. Open Wordcatcher.
Welcome to Wordcatcher, the ultimate battle for words. I will ask you a question every day, and you have to guess the answer. You get 2 attempts at guessing the answer. These questions follow a theme every week, and if you guess the theme as well, you can get extra points. Are you ready?
What does math.ceil do? I thought it always rounds up a number to the next largest integer, right? That's what we wanted, but what is this? What is it doing? Okay, console.log. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have removed that logic, because that's how you are getting, so I think we still need this logic. So what this logic does is it gets today, which is 2nd June, then it gets the first day of the year, and then when it gets it, then it kind of subtracts today minus that, and that's how it gets you the number of days. So we should not remove this. So first day of year. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. And I think we should remove this, and let's see what happens now. Exit. Open Wordcatcher. Let's open this up. What the hell? Why is this giving me 18781? That's just such a random number. Am I doing anything okay? Exit. Open Wordcatcher. Yeah, this now returns 153. So for some weird reason, it's not.
Welcome to Wordcatcher, the ultimate battle for words. I will ask you a question every day, and you have to guess the answer. You get 2 attempts at guessing the answer. These questions follow a theme every week, and if you guess the theme as well, you can get extra points. Are you ready?
Function for something else. For the time being, we're just limiting this to current day number. But I know it's not ideal to have a function just for this. Let's take this here, get current day number. Let's copy this. And what we're going to do is, the moment the user answers today's question, you're going to get that current day is equal to get current day number. So we're calling this function, it gives us the number, the person has answered it correctly. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to take the user ID, and we are going to save it to the database, which means we'll have to write some AWS DynamoDB code, right? So let's do that. AWS SDK DynamoDB database, insert item, right? Reading and writing single item. Okay, so I believe we have used. Okay, so let's create the DynamoDB service object. So the DynamoDB service object is going to be like this. And what we are going to do here is, let's scroll right up here. Oh wait, is this what we're going to do? Yeah, this is already done, right? Oh yeah, I think we can just call my DynamoDB then. So let's have the parent set up. This is writing an item. So what we are going to do here is table name is our table name, which is table name. Table name is table name, and then let's do a user ID, and this user ID is going to be this user ID actually. So I'm just going to remove this, make this a string, and let's make this as user ID. And then what I'm going to do is, you know what? Good one. So, oh fuck. Okay. Dollar. Would this work? Current day. Would this even work? I'm not sure if this is supposed to work like this. No, I don't think that's going to work. And this is going to be a number as well, and the number is basically going to be daily answer point. So that is something that will daily answer point. Yeah, I think the Alexa Tech Dogs and the AWS Tech Dogs has a really great team working behind it. I always manage to find things in the doc as well, and if it's not, you always can go to this feedback button and give all the feedback. I'm not sure why this is happening with me, but I'm pretty sure it's a me problem. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you always have some issues, feel free to also give them feedback, and they immediately fix it as well if there are some errors. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to insert something, but whatever I'm trying to insert is dynamically calculated, right? So what should I do? Dynamic variable name as key in DynamoDB. Yeah, pass variable as key name. Yeah, this is, I think we've done this sometime before. I've done this before too. Passing variable as a key name in DynamoDB, put item, JSON array. This is what this person wants, right? Their hour is 15. The issue is in fact to put item, changes the variable, so just string hour, and it knows the value of set variable during the operation. Any ideas on how to pass? Use expression attribute names. Okay. Right. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. Let's remove this too. Document client, update expression. No, let's look a bit more further. I don't think. Let's search in Google. Put DynamoDB dynamic variable scheme. I'm not sure your data time variable is defined when you set it in the parameters. Data time is not required. Okay. No, this is not what we want. Use expression attributes. That's what it says. You know what? For the time being, let's just put in 153. We'll come back to this definitely, but yeah, for the time being, let's just go with this. We'll come back to this. We'll figure this out. And then what we are going to do here is this, right? We are going to call this my DynamoDB.put item, right? So yeah, that's what we need to do. And let's see if this works, right? Run stop debugging. How do I clear the debugger? Is there... do I need to just close it and then start it again? Debug console. Okay, starting server. Let's try this now. Let's reload this. And let's say open Wordcatcher. Let's say yes. And if we say clock, what do you get? Sorry, I had trouble doing what you had asked. Right, cannot read property user of undefined. So the issue is here, system.user.userid. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Context request. I think I should have said context.system. Is that part of context? Yeah, that should be context, not request. So context.system.userid. There you go. For some reason, I think restart debugging. Okay, let's just restart debugging. Open Wordcatcher.
Oops. That is wrong. This is your first hint.
Exit. Open Wordcatcher. Say yes.
Wednesday question. That is the correct answer.
So
You
now,
get 10 points. Do you want to take a guess at this week's theme?
So what happened is this did not get saved to the database, right? And the reason is it expected params items 153.n to be a string, which is correct because the idea should be that this is 153 is a string. So what we could do is, I feel like I've done this so many times, but I still need to look up this basic stuff again and again. Convert variable to string. I kind of feel like we are missing something. Convert variable to string, JavaScript. No, that's not what we want. I think this is like a good expression attributes where is equal to table name, key is going to be your key. Contains that I want to have a key of 15. However, because I want the key to change depending on the hour of the day, I pass a variable into the JSON array in HTML key that would reflect that. For the following, I just hard coded it to 15 to simplify the problem. Okay. Expression placeholders. Why does this link not work for me out of sudden? There we go. Okay, so let's expression attribute names. So what we are going to do here is basically we are going to say expression attribute names DynamoDB. Let's try and do that. JavaScript. Put that in. One or more substitution tokens for attribute names in an expression. I believe this is what we want. So what we are going to do here is expression attribute names. Google DynamoDB put item expression attribute names. To access an attribute must make conflicts with including the use of expression attributes names and values. Then we'll see how to use conditions expressions in condition expressions. Nope, I think we are missing something here. Okay, DynamoDB.document client. Item, yes, item. Okay, this one. Okay, let's do with Dynamo document client, right? What we are trying to do here is let me just check. No. No, this is not what we want. Query and scan the data, update items, passing strings as numbers. Nope. I kind of feel like that's our only resort at this point. So what we're going to do is try this. Kind of, but I think let's just check if this works, like just simple this. Because we just want to be sure that that's working. Stop debugging. So let's just first ensure that at least this works. We'll figure out how to convert this to this so that it's always up to date, right? So let's just now go and exit. And then let's see, Wordcatcher. Yes.
When's That is the correct answer. You get 10 points. Do you want to take a guess at this week's theme?
To the answer point dot string. Is that what's expected? Okay, run, restart debugging. Exit. Open Wordcatcher. Yes. Clock.
There was a problem with the requested skills response.
Okay, so we've got another. Points code is equal to daily answer point dot toString, right? And do a points code here, right? Oops, start again. Open Wordcatcher. Yes.
When's That is the correct answer. You get 10 points. Do you want to take a guess at this week's theme?
What does that even mean? Do I have to do items, metadata? user ID, um, 156, attribute type is number, attribute value is 10 points. So I'll just run generate code. Let's see what generate code. JavaScript Node.js. Okay, perfect. Create put item. This is the params. Right. Wow. Okay. So many things to do. Okay. But this is an interesting thing. So when I kind of do a put item, user ID, I'll have a user ID with 56. Okay. Right. Now, if I do it for 153, stop debugging, start debugging again. And basically say exit. Let's open Wordcatcher. Yes. Clock.
That is the correct answer. You get 10 points. Do you want to take a guess at this week's theme?
Okay. One of the required keys was not given a value. You need to give the table name. Reading table name item. That's it, right? What else do you need? And one of the required keys was not given a value. What does it say? Trigger start emit. It doesn't look like it's giving an error per se. Okay. Right. I think this is going to take a bit of more time to debug, but bottom point is I think we'll need to figure out. So there are two things that we need to do here, right? Let me just write this here itself. So the very first thing is to figure out how to get the DynamoDB key to be the current date, right? This is the first thing, right? And then also figure out the issue where required keys are not given a value. So what I was hoping we could do is basically have a user ID, and within that user ID, on the day that they took the first question, put that day as a key and then put their points that they had scored, basically something like this. So tomorrow if you came in, we would just update. We would have another key which would be something like, okay, 153, 154, 155, 156. That's what I've been trying to do, but there are some issues around that, so I think we'll need to just figure this out in a proper manner. Or maybe what we could do is we could have something like day or answers, and inside answers we can pass a JSON. So that's something that's we need to figure that out. But I think for today that's enough work. We've gotten somewhere, not yet where we want to, but decent progress, I would say. I think we just need to figure out how to get this working. We also found out today that we could use the NoSQL database, and having the NoSQL Workbench to access your local database, or even you can use it for basically you can use this for your external your AWS DynamoDBs as well, and you can use it for local database as well. So that's what we did today. This is super helpful, and this would make sure that we are not spending a lot of time running commands on the terminal. Our ngrok works fine, and we figured that out. Our terminal also works fine, and we almost figured out how to write to the database. I think we just stuck here. I'll think about this quite a bit, and then maybe hopefully in the upcoming days we solve this. But that's it for today, I guess. Thank you so much for joining in, Kevin and Greg. Really appreciate you joining in the streams. We will continue the stream tomorrow as well, same time. Thank you so much for joining in, and hope all of you stay safe and healthy. Bye for now.